There was a father and son living together in the one house. The mother was dead for some time, and the house got very untidy through other. And the father says to the son one day, "It's an awful wonder," he says, "you wouldn't get out and about and look for a wife and take her in here to tidy this place up, and not have us burning the porridge and burning the spuds and burning the bread. We're going to end up with 2 bad stomachs if you don't do something about it at once." So away the young fella went like the shot of a gun, and he stopped at some of the hotels where there was discos going. And I'm told, young or old, if you go to a disco, you'll land aboard. So he wasn't too long going to the disco until he got this girl, walked her about for 3 or 4 months, bought her an engagement ring, married her and took her home. The ugliest looking woman ever God Almighty put a face on. And it was the very first thing that the old man noticed when he brought her in, that she wasn't a bit good looking. But he didn't want to say anything about it the first day or two, hoping against hope that she might grow on him. But the longer he looked at her, the more ugly she become, and he went over the road one day and met a neighbour man. The neighbour man says to him, "What about the new wife that the son got? What is she like?" "To tell you the truth," says he, "she's the worst looking woman ever God put a nose on." "Ach," says he, "she can't be that bad." "I'm telling you," says he, "if Moses had to see her in time, he would have made 11 commandments. She's that bad looking." "Ach, I can't believe," says he married a bad looking woman like that. "She's like the back of sleeve gullion," says he, "only there's not as much heather about her." Well, she was there, and he couldn't do anything about it. There was one day they were at their dinner, you know, and a big blue bottle come down and lit on the point of her nose. And he was looking at her, he says, "There's a fly on your nose, Kitty," says he. "Knock it off," she says, "you that's closer to it nor me." But anyhow, he could stick it no longer, and one day they were outside tinning a lock of turnips or something, and he says to the young fella, "Damn it, boy," says he, "it's a tarry you couldn't have married a better looking woman than that." "What's wrong with her, Dad?" says he. What's right with her?" he says, "that old long nose hanging over every bite we're eating on the table," says he. "It would turn an ass from his oats looking at her." Da," he says, "you know, beauty's only skin deep." Maybe, Jez, he says, "the quicker you skin her, the better."